In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the fuel pump lock ring on this Ram 1500. Let's get into it. We want to start by taking the pressure off the fuel system. You can look in the fuse box and figure out which fuse is the fuel pump fuse for this vehicle. It's this one right here, 30 amp. Pull that out. Then you want to start the truck and wait for it to die. And that's good. Disconnect the battery. The negative side, we'll use a 10mm socket. Loosen that up. Wiggle that and slide it to the side. Remove the gas cap. Set that to the side. Take these 3 screws out. We're going to use a T20 socket. Loosen these up. That's good. Now that's loose. It's just going to give us some more slack down below. Underneath the fuel tank, we're going to use a support. Just support the tank. Now we're going to take these 2 nuts off using a 16mm socket. I'm just going to do it by hand. And take that off. Take the other one off. Take the nut off. Pull the strap down. And push the back side up. And it slides right down. It's kind of keyed. We'll do the same on the back one. Pull that down and try to slide it out. And it comes right down. Start lowering the tank slightly. We still got to loosen up the filler neck, but I just want to pull it out a little. I'm going to remove this line right here. There is a little lock you can see on the top. Just push that back, and then there is one on the bottom. Push that forward. Then we can push down right here. Slide that line off. Oh, the lock fell off. That's okay. Put that on later. There's a hose right here. We're going to disconnect that hose. I'm just going to use a pick. Just get underneath here. Loosen that up. Slide that hose off, out of the way. Now we'll disconnect this connector, just push down on the tab, slide that off. Now we're going to loosen up the filler neck, the worm clamp. Use a 7mm socket. Alright, should be good. And just grab the filler neck. Give it a twist back and forth. Slide the clamp up so it's out of the way. I'm just going to use a pick, just get underneath there, or a pry bar. And just pry it up. There we go. Pop that off. Now disconnect the connector for the fuel pump. There is a little lock on it, so you have to remove that. I'm just going to use a small screwdriver, small straight blade screwdriver. And just move that lock over. Just push down on the tab and slide it off. Disconnect this line right here. Just push down on the tabs. And slide that out. Oh, there's a little bit of fuel coming out of there. Just pop that line out. over here, I'm just using a pry bar, but you can use a straight blade screwdriver. Just pop these out of the retainers. There's a couple other retainers holding this in. You want to pop those out. Just use a pry bar or a screwdriver. Just be careful you don't want to mess up the brake lines. I'll pop this line off here. You can see on the back of this, these two tabs need to get pushed in, and then this whole piece will slide back. Just using a pick, just try to slide this back. Just using a blowgun just to get some of the dirt out. Some sand in there. Separate that. Grab the line. And just slowly pull it back. There we go. It's just a vapor line. There's no fuel in there. Drop the tank down, nice and slow. Just make sure nothing's still attached. Looking good. All right. Just want to take some compressed air and blow off the top of the tank so none of the dirt goes into the tank. We're going to pop this line off. I'm just using a pick on the bottom side because you're going to pull a little tab like that. That comes off. And then just push on the other side. And then it'll slide off. You can get a little bit of fuel. We'll just put this clip back on temporarily, just like that. Just set that aside. There is a special tool you can use to loosen up this lock ring. If you don't have one, you just use a brass punch. Just get in here and tap with a hammer. There we go. It's unlocked. Slide that off. Just blow some more of that off. Take the new lock ring, slide it in place, and using the tool or a punch, we'll just punch it back, tighten it down. All right, that's all the way down. Now take the hose, slide that over, and then push down on that lock. Start raising the tank up. Get that close. Then we're going to plug that in. Get that lined up. Lock it in place. That's good. And then push the lock down and lock it in place. Line the fuel line up. Lock that in place. And you can push all the retainers in on the side. And these retainers over here on the side. Just push those in place. Slide this line in place. Push it in. And lock it down. Raise the tank a little more. Get it kind of close. Now we're going to get the filler neck on. Make sure you get the clamp on. And push it on. And tighten the clamp down. Make sure the hose is not twisted. That's good. And we'll connect this tube. And put this little lock on. Get it on about halfway, right about there. Slide it on, and then push the lock down. Connect that connector. And this hose, line that up, and push it on. That's good. Now take this strap, slide it in place, get it hooked in on the back side. All right, with that hooked in, we're going to go over the stud. And I'll do the same with the other one. Now we'll torque these to 30 foot-pounds. Now we can lower the support. Now slide the filler neck in place. You may have to grab it further down there, or screws, get those started. And tighten these down. Snug it down. That's good. Lock the cap down, close it up. And take the fuse, line it up, push that back in. Connect the negative terminal. And tighten it down. Snug it. And give it a wiggle, make sure it's tight. Turn the key in the on position without starting it. And then we're going to shut it off. We just want to prime the fuel. Turn it on again. Do it one more time, shut it off. And now we'll try to start it. And it starts right up.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.